Hey, you. Yeah, you. Take a breath with me. Inhale, hold, exhale. This moment, this breath is the beginning of something deeper. Welcome back to the Sense of Self podcast, where we don't just talk, we unravel, we reflect, and sometimes we sit in the silence of truths too deep for words. I'm your host, Kipkaskei, and today's episode is more than just words. It's a reminder, a challenge, a quiet revolution in a world that rushes everything, the art of patience. And it's not just for the calm, it's not just for the monks and the mediators. No, it's for you, it's for me, it's for the overthinkers, it's for the go-getters, the one who's tired of waiting, the one staring at the gym mirror with no progress, the one waiting on love that feels right but just isn't ready, the one who's still figuring out who they are and wondering why healing takes so long. Patience is not passive. Patience is power restrained. It's the quiet fight, the soft strength. So sit with me. Let's go there together. Patience is the most important trait in life and yet the hardest one to learn. It's not glamorous, it's not loud, but it's the backbone of every great transformation. See, when life places you in the valley, when things go silent, when answers don't come, when the plans don't play out, it's patience that separates the one who make it from the ones who fold. Most people give up way too soon. They stop chasing their dreams, not because the dream was impossible, but because the timing didn't match their expectation. They start questioning everything. God, themselves, the universe, and eventually they walk away from what was meant for them. But let me say this with clarity. Patience is not weakness. It's not passive. It's not a waiting room. It's a battlefield. It's waking up every day with no visible results and choosing to show up anyway. It's believing something is happening in the unseen, even when the seen says otherwise. Too many of us have this idea that patience is about waiting for one specific outcome to arrive. And when it doesn't come when we want it, we get discouraged. We start to believe life is unfair, that maybe God forgot us. But here's the truth. God is the timekeeper. You can't out-hustle, out-plan, or out-strategize divine timing. And the moment you start trying to force what isn't ready, you begin to carry a weight that was never yours to bear. We fear letting things unfold naturally because deep down we equate natural with slow. But divine order isn't slow. It's precise. It's perfect. Just like a seed that spends weeks beneath the soil before it ever touches the sun, your growth is still happening, even when it's invisible. Patience is power. It's staying calm in chaos. It's holding faith when fear whispers. It's not just the ability to wait, it's the grace you carry while you wait. As Joyce Meyer said, patience is not simply the ability to wait, it's how we behave while we are waiting. That quote hits different when you're in it, doesn't it? Everyone's looking for quick hacks and shortcuts to success. But the truth, real progress takes time. You walk into the gym on day one, energy high, playlist loaded, eyes fixated on the prize. You've seen the pictures, the six packs, the sculptured backs, the sharp jawlines. You want that. So you push and push. But after the first week, no change at all. The body is still soft. The arms are still small. The mirror still shows someone you don't recognize. And you think to yourself, maybe this just isn't for me. But let me tell you something. This is where 90% of the people stop. Not because they are not capable, but because they are not patient. We've been tricked into thinking transformation is fast, but real change, it doesn't scream. It whispers. Muscles grow in silence. Endurance builds in discomfort. Your future body, it's hiding in today's effort. Every drop of sweat is not wasted. Every failed rep still counts. Every sore morning, that's the sound of growth knocking on your door. And here's the kicker. The body is not the real reward. What you gain is trust in yourself, in discipline, in the power of showing up. What you gain is the mental clarity, confidence, and the resilience. You don't just sculpt your body, you forge your patience. Patience isn't just the act of waiting. It's power clocked in stillness, the silent strength that stands tall between efforts and results. It's breathing through chaos, holding your ground when the world around you is sprinting. In an age obsessed with speed, patience is sacred rebellion. It's not weakness once again. It's deep-rooted wisdom. We are conditioned to chase, to fix, to solve everything now. But life is not a puzzle you fix in one sitting. Some chapters unfold slowly. Some answers takes time. And in those in-between spaces, the most powerful thing you can do is be still. Let the process simmer. Let time do what only time can do. Let the unseen bloom in silence. Patience is not passive. It's the painter's stroke. Deliberate, repeated, steady. It is the gardener burying a seed, believing in a bloom that hasn't yet appeared. It is the teacher's calm persistence, the parent's unwavering faith, the healer's steady pulse. It's surrendering to divine timing, trusting that what's meant for you will arrive not when you command it, but when the stars align and when you're truly ready. There's a quiet elegance in patience, a power that does not scream for attention. It moves in silence, whispers in wisdom, and pulses like a steady rhythm behind the noise. It teaches you to see instead of to just look, to feel instead of react, to love without rushing. Patience is presence. It's the sacred art of staying. And though it may seem still, it's the most active form of strength you can practice. It takes courage to hold on to hope. It takes endurance to believe when the evidence isn't there yet. But in that sacred space of waiting, you become something more. You stretch, you mature, you evolve. Patient isn't quitting. It's realizing control. It's holding your dreams like a candle in a storm, gentle, unwavering. The flames may flicker, but if you protect it, it won't go out. The art of patience isn't about waiting for the perfect moment. It's about realizing the moment you are in is already enough. That masterpiece, that's the lesson. And that's the power. Have you ever connected with someone so deeply that for a moment it felt like the universe paused, like time slowed down, like the air around you shifted, and in that moment it was just you and them, their laughter, the way they saw you, the effortless flow between two hearts that didn't even need to speak. You knew that this was different. You felt it in your bones, but then reality shows up. They're not ready. You're in two different chapters. They care, maybe even love you, but life is pulling them in a direction that doesn't include you right now. And suddenly, you're not holding to a love story. You're holding memories of what could have been. And this This is where patience becomes pain. No one tells you that sometimes the most beautiful connection doesn't end with forever. No one prepares you for the heartbreak of meeting the right person at the wrong time. It hurts. It's confusing. You want to fix it. You want to send that text. You want to make it work, to bend time, to rearrange destiny. Because when something feels that real, it's hard to just let it go. But here's the truth. You can't force love into a timeline it wasn't built for. You have to wait. Wait for readiness. Wait for alignment. Wait for them to grow, or for you to realize your soul deserves something that doesn't have to be chased. And I know waiting is agonizing, but it's also sacred, because in that space of stillness, you learn something no fast love can teach you. The real love isn't possession, it's freedom. It's not about being chosen in chaos, it's about being chosen in clarity. Not out of need, but out of wholeness. So if you're sitting in that in-between, if you're holding on to someone who touched your soul but couldn't stay, be patient. Not with them, with yourself. Let your heart ache, let it break, but also let it bloom. Because as they always say, if it's meant to be, yes, you got it right. It will cycle back when it's time. And if it doesn't, then you'll grow enough to see you are never abandoned. You are redirected. Redirected towards a version of love that doesn't make you wait in pain, but meets you with peace. Now, let's bring it home to the one person we often forget to be patient with, and that is ourselves. Have you ever looked in the mirror and asked, why am I still not there? Yes, that is what I tell myself each and every day. I'm not successful yet. I've not healed yet. Not confident enough yet. Still doubting, still stumbling, still figuring it out. But let me tell you something real. You're not late. You're unfolding in divine timing. Just because your progress isn't visible doesn't mean it's not happening. You're building inner roads, strengthening hidden muscles, confronting old wounds. That's real work. The world will scream, move faster, achieve more, do more, achieve now. Milestones by 25, glory by 30, fulfillment by 35. But you're not here to sprint, you're here to unfold. Your path isn't a race, it's a revelation. And every inch forward, no matter how slow, is sacred ground. So be patient with your healing, be patient with your creativity, be patient with your season of stillness. Give room to your evolution. Give time to your becoming. You're not broken. You're not late. You're not lost. You're becoming in rhythm, in power, and purpose. And that's more than enough. To begin this journey, anchor yourself in mindful awareness. Understand that the storm you're facing now are not eternal. They are seasons, not life sentence. Growth is always in motion, even when you can't see the roots breaking through the soil. If you truly want to create impact, real lasting, soul-stirring impact, your effort must outlive your moods. It must endure the dry spell, pause, the resistance, the plateaus that makes most people quit. It's not about burst of intensity. It's about longevity, about showing up again and again until the wall finally gives way. What feels like stagnation might actually be transformation, silent, unseen, but powerful. Just because you can't measure progress doesn't mean it's not happening. As John Quincy Adams once said, I don't know if I've said the name correctly. Yes, as he said, patience and perseverance have a magical effect before which difficulties disappear and obstacles vanish. Building mental resilience through patience requires daily discipline. Not the kind you summon only when you feel like it, but the kind that stands firm even when motivation is nowhere to be found. Discipline is the bridge between desire and reality. This means crafting goals that stretch you without breaking you and honoring them with unwavering consistency, especially when life throws distraction, detours, and doubt your way. Solid routines becomes your scaffolding, the framework that keeps you grounded and focused. But in your pursuits, don't forget your humanity. Rest, recover, protect your peace so your fire doesn't burn out. And above all, manage your expectation with wisdom. Monumental changes doesn't erupt overnight. As they say, Rome wasn't built in haste. True transformation takes time, and the journey is rarely linear. Be patient with the process, with people, and especially with yourself. These moments of struggle are where character is refined, composure is tested, and greatness is forged. Everyone moves at a different rhythm. Your journey is yours alone, and setbacks doesn't mean failure. They are part of the rise. So rise relentlessly, be bold, unshakable, be disciplined, and once again be relentless and be undeniable. So here's what I want to leave you with today. Patience is not weakness once again. It's the ultimate form of power. To wait without giving up, to trust without seeing, to hold hope when everything inside you says, let go. Whether you're pushing the progress in the gym, waiting on love that makes sense, or slowly becoming the version of you that feels most whole, don't rush your process. Honor it, because beautiful things take time. Flowers don't bloom overnight, stars don't form in a moment, and the person you're becoming, that's a lifelong masterpiece. So breathe, trust, be still, and when the time is right, everything meant for you will arrive, and it will not be too late. This has been The Sense of Self, and I'm Kipkaskei. Thank you for sitting with me in the silence. Thank you for choosing growth, and thank you for being patient, not just with the world, but with yourself. Until next time, stay grounded, stay true, stay becoming.